Once upon a time, there lived a man and a woman who had no children. They wished for a child for many years, but nothing happened. Behind their house, there was a beautiful garden filled with the most wonderful vegetables and flowers. But it was surrounded by a high wall, and no one dared to go in because it belonged to a powerful witch. One day, the woman was looking out the window and saw a bed of the finest rampion. It looked so fresh and green that she wanted to eat some. She longed for it so much that she became pale and miserable. Her husband was worried and asked, "What's wrong, my dear wife?" She answered,
I will die if I can't have some of that rampion from the garden behind our house.
The man loved her very much. He thought, "I would rather risk anything than lose my wife." So, that evening, he climbed over the wall into the witch's garden, quickly picked a handful of rampion and brought it to his wife. She immediately made a salad and ate it happily. The rampion was so delicious that the next day she wanted it even more. Her husband had to go back to the garden. As he was climbing back over the wall, the witch appeared. She looked at him with angry eyes and shouted,
"How dare you sneak into my garden like a thief and steal my rampion? You will regret this."
The man said, "Please, be merciful. I did it only because I had to. My wife saw the rampion and wanted it so badly she would have died without it." The witch's anger softened, and she said,
"If what you say is true, you can have as much rampion as you want, on one condition. You must give me the child that will be born. I will take care of it like a mother."
The man was so scared that he promised everything. When the baby girl was born, the witch appeared, named her Rapunzel, which is another name for rampion, and took her away.
Rapunzel grew up to be the most beautiful child in the world. When she was 12, the witch locked her in a tall tower in the middle of a forest. The tower had no stairs or a door, only a small window at the top. When the witch wanted to go inside, she would stand below and call out,
"Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair."
Rapunzel had beautiful long hair that shone like gold. She would unfasten her braids, and her hair would fall 20 yards down, allowing the witch to climb up. A few years later, the king's son was riding through the forest and came to the tower. He heard a voice singing so sweetly that he stopped to listen. It was Rapunzel, singing to pass the lonely time. The prince wanted to go in, but couldn't find a door. He went home, but the song was in his heart, and he returned every day to listen. One day, as he stood hidden by a tree, he saw the witch arrive and heard her call out,
"Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair."
He watched Rapunzel let down her long hair and saw the witch climb up. He said to himself, "That is my ladder. I will climb it and find my love." The next evening, when it was dark, he went to the tower and called, "Oh, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair." She let down her hair, and the prince climbed up. Rapunzel was terrified when she saw a man, for she had never seen one before. But the prince spoke to her so kindly, telling her how her singing had touched his heart, and how he couldn't rest until he met her. Rapunzel forgot her fear, and when he asked her to marry him, she saw how handsome and kind he was. She thought, "I like him much better than old Mother Gothel," and she put her hand in his. She said, "I will gladly go with you, but I don't know how I can get down. When you come, bring a silken rope each time. I will weave a ladder, and when it is finished, I will climb down, and you can take me away on your horse." They agreed that he would come every evening, since the old woman came during the day. The witch knew nothing about this until one day Rapunzel said without thinking,
Mother Gothel, why do you climb up so slowly, but the king's son is with me in a moment? Oh, you wicked child! I thought I had hidden you from the world, and you have betrayed me!
In her anger, she grabbed Rapunzel's beautiful hair, struck her several times, and then, with a pair of shears, snip, snap, the beautiful locks lay on the ground. The witch was so cruel that she took Rapunzel to a desolate desert and left her there in misery. That same evening, the witch went back to the tower and tied the cut hair to the window latch. When the king's son came and called, "Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair," she let it down. The prince climbed up, but instead of his beloved Rapunzel, he found the witch staring at him with wicked, glittering eyes. "Aha!" she cried, mocking him. "You came for your darling, but the sweet bird is no longer in the nest and sings no more. The cat has her, and it will scratch out your eyes too. Rapunzel is lost to you. You will never see her again." The prince was so heartbroken that he jumped from the tower. He survived, but he fell onto thorns that put out his eyes. He wandered blindly through the forest, eating only roots and berries, weeping and grieving for his lost wife. He wandered for many years until he came to the desert where Rapunzel lived with her twin children, a boy and a girl. At first, he heard a voice that he thought he knew, and when he reached her, Rapunzel recognized him, fell into his arms, and wept. Her tears touched his eyes and made them clear again. He could see just as well as he did before. He took her and their children to his kingdom, where they were welcomed with great joy. They lived long and happily ever after.